Ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mylira Green in the house. Woo! Yeah.
How y'all doing?
All right, I'm gonna pull you down straight. Thank you. Hi, baby. Oh, I like all of this.
Thank you.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am so great. I'm always happy when you come.
Absolutely.
I put some other pictures. I found some other pictures of you that I was trying to put up. I'm trying to see where they are. Oh, okay. I'm in a video. Let me get up to the word. And do not jump in and start pushing pictures, producer, because I got to put the right one up. I want of you. I saw this early. Oh, here we go. First, I want to hit this one. Bam. All right. So this is her March schedule, y'all. This is how good she does. She got the schedule laid out. If you look on your Fridays, every Friday, the Michael Coylar morning show, I just thought I'd point that out. And you can book her right now. You can get in touch with her. All that information's right there. Go ahead and screen that, because after you hear her talk, you're going to be like, oh, I need to get some of that. Okay. Also, I love this. Bam. I love Metamorphosis. Oh, man. Y'all need to get your hands on that quick, fast, in a hurry. It's available at all these places. And this knocks me out. Yeah. I got a feeling your Superwoman project is going to be so... Well, you ain't going to be talking to us no more. We'll be like, well, I got one business. You ain't going to talk. It's going to be, to remind women of their greatness. If God made anything better than a Black woman, I don't know where it is. He certainly told me nothing about it. And for you to empower like you're doing, it's wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy Women History Month. Listen,
wait. You got to do a bunch of pictures of you with earrings. I'm sorry, but you got to do at least 10 pictures of you. You got the most amazing earrings on this planet. And look at these. These are the tulips.
I'll do it for my birthday. How about that? But yeah, so happy Women's History Month. Listen, you guys continue to tell her story, because you are history. To my social workers out there, we are unsung heroes. I have been a social worker now for 10 years, and I can count on one hand how many people celebrate us. So I want to say happy National Social Work Month, where we are more than baby takers, but we are saving people's lives, going in the community and seeing what barriers are there and creating a solution. So I wanted to get those two things out today. Today, I want to kind of focus a little bit on one side of communication. We talk a lot about communication and relationships, but what happens when that person is just getting on your nerves? Okay. What happens when y'all just not agreeing? What happens when, it keeps turning into arguments? There's this thing that's called community reinforcement approach. They use it for individuals who have addictions, but they have this really dope 3-step way of communication that I believe that everyone should know. The first piece is making an understanding statement. Sometimes we listen to actually respond instead of listening to hear. So that understanding statement allows for you to actually come from another person's perspective by saying things like, I understand that you would have liked me if I would have did X, Y, and Z first. So that I give that person the opportunity to say, yes, I heard you right, or no, you didn't. Because a lot of arguments happen because of misunderstandings of what another person says. So if I give an understanding statement, that gives you the opportunity to let that other person hear that I heard you. And if you didn't hear them right, they're going to correct it for you. Once we do the understanding statement, we have the partial responsibility. What that is, I'm going to take responsibility for the part that I made, right? So for me, I will say things like, hey, I understand that you're upset because I was late tonight. And I also did not do the part in the house that I was supposed to have did. A lot of the times we don't want to take responsibility for the things that we may have told our significant other or our family or things like that. That is important for us to take responsibility and ownership and be accountable for the things that have led to that argument. So then at the end of it, once now we have an understanding, I've taken partial responsibility, we can do an offer to help create a solution so that this argument is not something that actually separates us and tears us apart, but it's something that brings us together. And those are the 3 steps that you have. So if you are in a space where somebody is really getting on your nerves, make that understanding statement come from their perspective. Take partial responsibility for why they may be feeling the way that they're feeling right now. Why do they feel like they have to defend themselves? And then offer to help, create a solution together. And that is what's going to help you communicate in the times where it is rough and where you don't really want to hear what that other person's saying, but you do because the relationship means way more than you getting your point across.
That is so helpful. That is so helpful because we do have problems in our relationships and we don't really realize that we could do better if we just can communicate clearer with each other. And the thing that you said that grabbed me most, which is just so true, is so many of us be listening to respond instead of listening to hear. You know, and a lot of us don't even hear you because we like this. We waiting for our opportunity to jump in and say what we want to say. We want to get our stuff out, which means we're really not listening to what you're saying or with all of what you're saying. We really just listen to just enough so we can give our take on it, which has to be an uptake on your take. But it all comes to calm communication. Communication in relationships. You can work it out. That's all I'm saying. You can work
Absolutely. It out. My therapist asked me a while ago, she said, Mylira, why do you feel like when you communicate with people, you have to defend yourself? A lot of my disagreements come from the fact that I feel like I have to defend my character. I have to defend my intention. So while I'm not really listening to what you're saying, in my mind, I have to tell you why I made said decision, why I thought how I thought, why I feel how I feel. But then when I am listening to hear what you're saying and I look at your intention and your intent, then that takes away that feeling that I have to defend. And I think a lot of the times, especially in the Black community, when it comes to parent and children relationships, that's one piece, especially as adult children, we feel like we have to defend our decisions, especially when it comes to generational divide. So I teach people these communication skills because if I listen only to respond to you, I am missing what my ex used to call eat the meat and spit out the bones. He said in every conversation, there is something that you can eat and get nourishment from. And I take that to me. I take that to heart. So when we're communicating with people, even if they don't agree with what you're saying, I'm going to take something from this conversation to become a better version of myself. And that's how I'm going into conversations now, not to defend myself, but to actually walk away with something that you've taught me.
Wow. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When I was pulling pictures of you today to put up, I saw one with these earrings that look like big fans. So, and I just love what you bring. I love what you bring. You bring such a softness to this show and such a healing because everybody's in a relationship with somebody in some kind of way, even if it's in a relationship with themselves. You're in a relationship, and how we communicate with people means so much, but also how we communicate with ourselves. It's a story that we speak of ourselves. It's a story we're going to live. So it's just important to be careful the words we're saying, you know, and make sure that none of them are negative.
Absolutely.
What you want to leave us with, dear heart?
So I want to leave you guys with this. You are a part of history. History is not the past, it's the present. It's what you bring to it each and every day with how you show up, how you speak. Declare that you are going to be somebody that actually leaves a footprint on this earth that's actually positive. Don't be afraid to be bold. I will go into the White House with this blonde hair, big earrings, shaking of my neck, being Black, all of those things. So I want to tell you guys in this month, embrace who you are, especially my queens. Queens, we've had it hard. Many of us share the same stories of sexual abuse and assault, domestic violence, not being understood, emotional abuse, all of those things. But I'm telling you that you are way more than that. Get into your soft girl season. We ain't going to be hard no more. And if you got somebody in your life that's making you be hard, tell them you be the man and I'm ready to be a woman. You know, so in this Women History Month, continue to share your story because you are history. And walk bold in who you are, because we are all humans. What does that mean? None of us is perfect. So don't look at me and the stuff that I share and think, oh, she got it all together. Girl, I do not, you know. But what I will say is continue to show up, because every day you show up, you are writing another page of history. And one day somebody's going to look back and you're going to be that face on that project that talks about Black history, women's history. So keep living your life.
You are beyond amazing. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mylira Green, leave us with the woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, give it up, Mylira Green. Mylira Green.